I want to bring in on my panel now for more on this Sanctuary City showdown. Political analyst Ford O'Connell, chairman of CivicForumPAC and a contributor to the Washington Examiner, and also with us, former U.S. Hispanic Chamber of Commerce official Pablo Manriquez, the co-founder of K Street Media, who also served as a former DNC official. And I will start with you, Pablo. Okay, so you look at what the sheriff, hey there, you look at what the sheriff's saying, and he's saying, hey, look, they're just, bumping up the possibility more crime in the streets of Chicago by turning down the feds' requirement that they assist them in looking at these people in earnest. All they want to do is talk to these people in jail. They want to hold them longer if they have some kind of warrant for the arrest of these folks. What's wrong with that?
Well, a few different things are actually wrong with that. First, I guess, on principle, the thing that's wrong with it is that ultimately what Immigration and Customs Enforcement is attempting through this sanctuary city activism is a big government takeover of local police responsibilities. Now, ICE, or Immigration and Customs Enforcement, they are telling people in local police precincts to hold people for an extra 2 days in their jail cells and just check in with ICE when they detain somebody who might be undocumented. But they're offering them no funds to pay for the bunk and the food and everything else that people in jail have. Ultimately, the only way that, and this is not just something that I'm saying here, this is the Fraternal Order of Police, one of the largest police organizations in the country, with lodges all across the country representing hundreds of thousands of our men and women in blue, who are saying that this is a terrible policy. And these aren't people who typically disagree with Jeff Sessions.
Is this a terrible policy?
Absolutely not. You have to understand what's going on here. Pablo is going to jump around. Let's cut right to the chase. This is a political calculus, pure and simple. Democrats believe that illegal immigrants will become lifelong voters, and they basically want to hasten that process. And this is basically how they feel, and that's why they're going to double down on it. If you say that you're affecting safety, they're going to argue that you're racist. If you're saying they're taking away jobs, you'll say you're somehow bastardizing the founding fathers. We all know what this is about. This is about making sure that illegal immigrants become Democratic voters, pure and simple, and you don't care who you hurt in America.
Wait a minute.
Let me say one more thing.
Hey,
no one's calling anybody racist.
Lost the last election.
Guys, just a second, if I can interrupt your debate here. I want you to hear what Sessions, Attorney General Sessions, had to say just moments ago about this. He's saying no amount of federal taxpayer dollars will help a city that refuses to help its own residents. Pablo, I mean, come on, isn't that persuasive with you?
It is. I honestly think that the police who are on the streets of our community are there to keep us safe. And one of the things that Jeff Sessions is trying to withhold from local police departments through the grants that he wants to deny them through this sanctuary city activism are the ones that they use to buy bulletproof vests. He's literally endangering the physical security of our men and women in blue through this political hit job.
Pablo is trying to make an emotional argument that doesn't fly no matter what he wants to say. We all know that if we didn't protect illegal immigrants in this country in sanctuary cities, which basically is a pure obstruction of federal law, we wouldn't be having this problem. And the fact that the men in blue are standing up for sanctuary cities is only because these ordinances are coming down from City Hall in the very ballot box where their sheriffs are actually elected. Who are we kidding here? You're making a circular argument. Why would you not want to protect your citizens? Why would you not want to protect your citizens?
All right. Why would you not want to protect your police? Let me jump in here because I've got more from Sessions that I think you guys should hear. And this is just out. We're live in this hour. This is what he just said. Attorney General Sessions, this administration will not simply give away grant dollars to city governments that proudly violate the rule of law and protect criminal aliens at the expense of public safety. So it's this simple. Comply with the law or forego taxpayer dollars. Pablo.
Or forego bulletproof vests is what he's saying. He's saying comply with the law or you can't protect yourself by buying new bulletproof vests that your people need to keep the streets safe. This is terrible policy. And honestly, Jeff Sessions is not doing the president any favor by pushing
Pablo,
it.
let me ask you then, what do we do? What's your alternative? What's your alternative visions for this country where all these people come into this country illegally and they in San Francisco, there's an illegal alien who's being paid $190,000. This is taxpayer money. And, Ford, jump in here. This is so crazy.
Not going to lie, Chair, that's
Francisco.
bad. That's a lot of money, and that's not a good thing. I would agree, but I would also say that...
But you don't have a solution,
but
Pablo. You're going to walk around at a circular argument.
What's your solution?
I do have a solution. I have a solution. My solution is that we trust local police to source within their communities, regardless of immigration status, who are the criminals and who aren't the criminals. If we can't trust our local police and we're going to advocate the big government takeover of our public security.
I get rid of every single sanctuary city. Would you prefer that than what you currently have? And the answer is yes. And I'm sick and tired of the Democratic Party saying that securing our borders and protecting our citizens is not
But these are police.
Please respond to this one point, my friend, if you would.
The reason why the police are saying
that this can be handled at the local level. Can it be handled at the local level?
It cannot be handled at the local level because it's the local level that is making this policy in violation of federal law because it behooves them at the ballot box to do that.
Let me tell you, in Miami-Dade County, what's going on is that they have been taken off of this list, right? They got smart. They got with the program. They reversed their policies. They're in partnership now with the federal government. I don't understand why that is so very objectionable in this case. Why wouldn't local authorities want to work with the feds to make sure that people aren't criminals, to hold back the criminal element in society? Pablo, I just don't understand your view on this.
The answer is very simple. Our local police have enough on their minds. They're already doing their job. And now government, big government, through ICE, through Immigration and Customs Enforcement, is coming in and telling them, look, we're going to redefine your job. This is what you need to do. And local police have just, they've had enough.
All right, Ford, last word here, my friend.
The bottom line is the Democratic Party's basically gone far left on this issue, and they don't realize that when they do this, they're hurting their citizens, they're hurting the jobs, and essentially this is why they lost the last election. And if they continue to double down on this, they're not actually going to win elections. The Republicans are actually going to win even further. So I just don't get why they're doing this and why they would actually hurt their own people in the process.
We got to leave it there, guys. Thanks so much for coming on tonight. Appreciate your time.